What's up, y'all? Been a little minute. To be honest, I ain't really had, well, I haven't really had much to say, at least not on camera, in a little bit. It's a lot going on. Not even just with me, but just, I don't know, in my cipher. And my cipher is the world. You pair that along with just type of shit I be reading as far as like black history and things. I'm understanding, realizing, coming to terms with, accepting. It's a tough existence, bro. It's never not been. And I just feel like at a point, well, I'll just speak for me. At a point a while ago, I was just made aware of how difficult it is to exist in the world as a black person. I've been digging so far deep in the thralls of history to really try to get an understanding of like my own existence. And I've learned that not just mine, but our identities are tied into so many different things. You got gender, you got race, you got religion, sexual orientation, all type of things that go into the idea of what we are. And depending on what that is, could like, and don't forget your income status, you know, your class. Depending on what those things are, dictate your experiences, dictate your existence. I don't know, you already prejudged before anybody can get to know you, the real you, not just the you that they kind of assume you to be based off of external factors. And me being black, in America, I'm trying to come to terms with my existence here. Seeing certain things, and even recently seeing what it's like to defend yourself and still be convicted, or run away from a conflict, still get murdered. It's very disheartening. Oh, by the way, I'm in PA today.
It was a certain amount when you got all highlighted. That don't make sense. Like we got it. I gotta ask him if he still got his.
From VA to PA.
You don't wear that no more.
Nigga. I guess this is Vantage PA. But yeah, I feel like I have a responsibility in a sense to at least do my part to help put our existence, when I say our, I mean black people, our existence into perspective, and not let any overarching misleading narratives be the or be at the forefront of how we're depicted, because it's lame, bro, and it's not accurate at all. Felt compelled in a sense. It's like one of our last days here in PA, and I don't know. I could say it's frustrating, because I feel like that's accurate. I also feel like it's enlightening, because like I read things like, well, I'm reading things like this one right here, and it just gives you just a, I'm telling you, it's just a different perspective on a group of people. But not just a different perspective, it's the actual people who make up those groups. Like, it's making me increasingly, by the day, by the hour, by the second, more proud, more and more proud to exist in this body, despite whoever else, whatever entity, whatever system, whatever government body, whatever is telling me the opposite, is trying to get me to believe the opposite. And I just implore people, I implore all the melanated, sun-kissed skin, sun babies across the globe to make sure you're vetting, like, really make sure you're vetting the information that you're taking in, because you never know if the author of that information has nefarious preconceived notions about you and wants you to look at yourself a certain way for whatever nonsensical reason they've come up with to justify how they see the world. That's why it's so important to read, and if reading isn't your thing, because it's not really my thing, but I feel like I have a responsibility to do it, because just a lot of good information. But you know, documentaries, just movies, whatever you can, it's important. It's just important to learn that history, because it helps reshape how you see yourself. It helped reshape how I see myself, you know, in subtle ways and in very, very, very huge ways. And also, when I talked about, or when I mentioned responsibility earlier, the responsibility I feel is on multiple fronts, but two specific ones where I feel responsible. I feel responsible to learn, like to learn this shit, like to learn more about Black history, and I feel more compelled to really put it in practice, in the sense of how I'm interacting with other Black people, bro. Like, I'd be remiss, or I'd be not truthful to say, like, especially based off of just how I grew up and just things like that. Like, it's not I don't know, man. You just get fed the bullshit, and then you fall into it, and you start looking at people who look like you as somebody that's not an extension of you. And I think that also just goes into like the country that we live in. It's all about, you know, capitalism is all about individualism. So it's never like really and just throughout the, yeah, just that it promotes the individual, when I feel like Black people historically have been you know, more of a collective, like seeing the collective good that can be you know, that could happen, you know what I'm saying, when they come together rather than like separate, bruh. I feel more compelled to spread the information in a way that I don't necessarily know, at least in this medium. I don't really know how to express it here, but like in real life, I found like decent ways to like just bring it up in conversation, or just I don't know, man. I'm actively trying to change, and I see the change. It's very real, like just how I view other people. You know, instead of more of and specifically black people, and I'm seeing the beauty, man. It's like once you, it's like getting out of like, I don't know, man. Life is so crazy because there's so much to worry about, and there's also so much there's just so much beauty, and I feel like I've been I don't know, cut off from it from a long time, and I take a lot of responsibility or accountability for that myself, because it's a, I don't know, but yeah, man, I try to be. I think it's very much so important. It's a, you know, I look at other black people as a reflection of me, as an extension of me. I feel like we're all like connected on a crazy deep level, and I want to make sure that is in the forefront of how I am, who I am moving forward, because I don't want nobody who looks like me to feel less than what they are, no matter what circumstances they've been in, or currently in, or will go through. I personally believe everybody has inherent value, regardless of whether or not other people recognize it. You know, there's a story to be told, and I'm a proponent of making sure you get your story told, and whatever stink out here, and whatever ways you feel most comfortable, or the ways you find that works, you know, because it ain't even about comfortability, because I wasn't a camera dude. I was none of this shit, and yeah, I just feel like you gotta find a creative way to tell your story, and especially if you black, because ain't nobody but you, ain't nobody but us will ever depict us in a way that is even remotely accurate, you know, to show the full gamut of what it is to, you know, to be black in the world. And like I said about that history, man, like doing, like researching and reading or watching docs and all of this shit, like I said, it'll like reprogram you, bro. It'll change the way you see yourself and others. Cause just getting fed one narrative that's not constructed. That's not constructed by people who look like you is very. It's just a recipe for disaster, bro. And I feel like, yeah, it's just that, man. I don't really got too much to say, even though that might have been a little bit. I see y'all when I see y'all, for sure.